I think you're okay without it. No, you don't need it. You're getting a little addicted. Yeah, you don't need it. You don't need it. No, you don't.
He's gonna fall.
You don't need it.
All right, so off we go to Texas again. This night, brought the pups, Finn and Rudder, and I brought mine, Alyssa, and we're in Dallas, halfway to the destination.
We're a lot closer than halfway.
Well, a little bit closer than halfway.
We're gonna do the first flight of Alan's plane today, so I kind of wanted to just walk around and show you guys everything while we're kind of prepping in the morning. But we're gonna kind of, obviously he's got a really nice setup in here. He's got everything rated for IFR. So they've carpeted the back here. Look at the panels and stuff on the side. And I think they got their whole panel done, a lot of it done at Steiner. They got it all set up here. And there's a lot of other little, obviously they have the Viking 130 up front, and then they have the Duke variable pitch propeller. We got to put the spinner on this morning, but we're going to be doing a prop balance, so. This is something we did on our cruiser that they've implemented here too, just to kind of hold this down. I'm just kind of walking around for you guys. So you can see her. She's awfully pretty. They also did the header tank access panel. A lot of you have asked about that lately. And we'll have some first flight videos soon. If you didn't notice, we got Jumbo back here. We got Dave with his Viking 130 and the variable pitch prop. And then, way over in the corner here, we've got Bill with his cruiser and a Viking 130 and a variable pitch prop. And later today, Dwayne Hillis will be showing up from Utopia, and he has our old cruiser, so he's the Viking 130 and a cruiser as well. He doesn't have a variable pitch prop, but he'll be flying in too, along with the Zenith Stoll and some other planes, so gonna be a good day. Okay, so we talked about Alan and Bill's plane that are both inside. Now, obviously here's Dwayne's. We've gone over that as well. Everybody knows Jumbo over there. That's Dave's plane. Dwayne and Dave. And then we just had, if you look under this big guy, it's kind of cool, these airplanes they all have out here. Knowlton Beale just showed up in the RV-12. He's a little old school down here. He's got the Viking 110 in it. So. Mess it up?
I didn't push the button hard enough.
Oops.
That's horrible. It's harder the second time around.
Why? Now, Bill, you helped on this airplane, didn't you?
I did. I helped with the wings, the installation of the wings, flaperons, the struts, the setting up the variable pitch propeller, probably a lot of other parts that I've since forgotten about. Oh, the windshield.
Okay. And you were here during the final inspection.
I was here during the airworthiness inspection. In fact, instead of a 40-hour phase 1, the inspector gave him a 30-hour phase 1.
Okay, and that was even with the what people refer to as a alternative engine or a car engine, a Viking engine,
A non-aircraft engine.
non-aircraft engine, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
And so 30-hour inspection, 30-hour fly-off.
30-hour phase 1. Yep. He was very impressed with the aircraft. Very impressed with the overall build.
Okay.
He actually builds experimentals himself. Overall, he was very happy with the plane.
Good.
And
Well,
he'll be the one inspecting my airplane.
And today's the big day for the first flight, and you're going to walk out there in the cold?
I'm going to drive out there in the cold.
Oh, okay. Well, it's going to happen
and
pretty
do
soon.
some filming. Yep.
Excellent. Well, thanks for all your help.
My pleasure.
I heard something too. Someone told me that your airplane has less parts now.
Yeah, it seems like every time Dave Telema shows up, I have fewer parts on my airplane. He has my battery. He's got my propellers. And he probably has other parts that I don't know about.
They go through it all. Just to mention, speaking of Dave, we're going to go up side by side during this first flight, so we'll be getting some in-air video too.
Live footage from the air?
Yeah, from one Viking to the other.
Good. Hey, Dave.
What's up?
Flew all the way from Houston to witness this first flight.
Excellent time.
What do you think of first flights? Nerve-wracking?
Hopefully not. I think this will be a non-eventful day. I think we're going to have videos from all kinds of angles that most people don't get. It's going to be very excited. I'm excited. I'm probably more excited for him than he's excited for himself.
What do you think of Kathy's and Alan's airplane?
I'm amazed. This is a beautiful airplane. The workmanship is, I feel like trailer trash now. This thing looks great. This is phenomenal.
Now, you did help going through the last little bit. There's always
blame
something,
me.
always something to catch. Now, little tiny minor things that you caught, things like.
Well, we caught the exhaust blow-by. We all saw the aileron control arms were loose.
Rudder cables, maybe.
Rudder cables were slack.
So there's.
Yeah, just minor stuff that you just kind of have to tweak out.
Yep, nothing
massage.
serious, but as you find them, you just kind of go through the list and one little gripe at a time.
Yeah.
Yep.
No, but the build of this plane is amazing. They did an amazing job.
Good. And we need a group photo. We're going to need a group photo of all the airplanes.
After a successful flight, we'll group photo it.
He's waiting on Dave, I think. All right. You have an aircraft. We do. It's flying. Woohoo!
Congratulations!
Thank you. That's what we like about that plane. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. Look at that.
All right, so we were just lining up some planes out here. We got all kinds of visitors and stuff going on. We got the RV-12 with the Viking 110. We got Dwayne's cruiser with the 130. We got Bill's cruiser with the 130 and the variable pitch prop. And then Alan's cruiser's over here. Just took its maiden flight with the 130 and the variable pitch prop. And we got Jumbo, Dave's plane over here. We were just flying side by side up there during the first flight, which was pretty awesome. And I took my first flight with Dave. So we're all lined up here. Hi, Dave.
Hello, Alyssa.
Yay, thank you. It's so
Thank you
wonderful.
all.
Oh, y'all all been so
Golly,
supportive. We appreciate it so much. I little privet. Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
It's signed in there somewhere, yeah.
Yeah.
Most all y'all have your names in the wings,
Yep.
right?
Yep,
Yeah, we sure do.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jan. Thanks for flying it for us. I love you guys.
So we've kind of got our own little assembly line going right here. We've got Bill's cruiser. All these have 130s on them. And we got Alan's, who just took its maiden flight today. And then we've got Dave's cruiser. And then we got Dwayne's cruiser in the back here. So fun fact, Jan actually installed every one of these engines. It all started obviously with his own cruiser many years ago, back in 2016. And he flew that to Texas and delivered it to Dwayne when we sold it. Now, then we started in kind of a new service that we had offered a couple years ago, and we did an on-site installation, which means we traveled to them to install their engine. So we flew to Texas for the first time, installed Alan's engine on here, and funny enough, Bill saw that video on YouTube and was like, I'm not building, but I'm going to build one now, and I'm going to put a 130 in it too. And then we came out here and installed Bill's. And then, you know, somewhere in between all that, you know, Dave had a mishap with another manufacturer and the engine that was in it. So we flew out here and had him flying again in just a couple days. And he's been flying ever since. He's put an extreme amount of hours on this airplane in a year. So we've got them all lined up here, our own little assembly line, and it's pretty cool.
I did this side, and then I did the two in the hellhole. And then yesterday I did these again, both of them, and now I'm doing them again. So, yeah, I think I know what I'm doing by this time. I really like this kind of tying rather than the twisting with this thing. I do.
This morning we're gonna do some prop balancing here, so just running everything up this morning, making sure everything's kosher before we begin. It may sound like there's a jet engine, but oddly enough it's just this little heater Bill just started for me. It's a little cold here this morning, but we're leaving out today, so we want to balance the props before we go, just cause why not. We went ahead and shipped it here to get it done, and that way, you know, it's ready to fly, and it's the best it can be.
prop balancing day. The dynamic balance at 4,500 RPM.
Down there to take off.
Yeah, Bill's gonna drive around and bring us.
I think the best thing to do would be to take off, like in between. You couldn't get around these airliners, right? Because they're stationary.
They've been moving in on us here lately.
See, there's like a whole junkyard of them. That's cool. So we're at Hondo, Texas. It's the only time this century that we've had snow on the ground. See, that's evidence right there. But you guys have seen the news with snow in Texas. You know how the reporters go in and like zoom in on a little piece of snow. No, actually, they've had record-setting cold temperatures. And this, by the way, is the cruiser that Viking used to have. And now it belongs to Dwayne here. He lives in Utopia, which is about, what, 15 minutes away from here, Dwayne?
Yeah, about 15, 20 minutes.
15, 20 minutes. And how long have you had the plane now?
Year and a couple months maybe.
And has it been all fun or just problems?
Nope, all good.
That's good.
All good.
Well, she looks great. Well, we're going to be watching you depart, and you said you might be coming back tomorrow?
Yeah, we'll be back tomorrow.
All right.
Be a couple of us back.
Yep, we'll all hang out together, and we'll see you then.
All right, yeah, about 11 o'clock or so tomorrow.
See you then.
Take care.
Can we follow Dwayne out just to see his takeoff?
Yeah.
All
You
right.
want a radio? We can get a radio and listen to him too.
He's not much of a talker.
That's true.
I just tried to have an interview with him.
It didn't work, huh?
No, he said no. Actually, he is. I got an interview with him last time when we brought the airplane out. Excellent guy, and that airport up there is sweet.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
it's beautiful.
So he said he'll be back at 11 tomorrow. Yep, I've got a lot of hours in this airplane. Flew that out here. It's a very fast cruiser. It has some mods to it. Like it has the flaperons up underneath the wing there. It has the tail down in the fuselage. Controls are a little bit different. It's a unpanel, probably the only cruiser with an unpanel setup. He wants to put 6-inch rims on it and a little bit bigger tires because Dwayne's not really looking for high speed. He's looking for utility. His airport at Utopia, Texas here is unpaved and a little bit bumpy, but a beautiful area to fly. So a little bit more rubber on the ground would be nice. He does have a spacer on his nose wheel to get the prop up a little bit off the gravel. Beautiful. No wind. Cruiser still gets right off the ground. It's a beautiful design by Zenith.